I'm running a little late today. I thought it would be really easy to find a glass container big enough for my bug that I could put acetone in, and it was actually very difficult. Actually, it was so much harder than I thought it was going to be. And the container has a rust stain on the bottom, so I hope that doesn't do anything bad to my little longhorn buddy here. So, right. I need to post on Instagram and tell people to get their butts in here. Excellent, perfect. Alright, it's all going exactly according to plan. Actually, just kidding, it's not. I forgot my light. Okay. Now. Now, we're ready. Okay. Does that make it better? I don't know, sort of, kind of. It's so distracting, actually. Yes. Alright. Okay, so today, I feel so freaking weird today. Holy crap. I have a little longhorn beetle that I pinned. I pinned him on Saturday. So it's been Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today is Wednesday, 4 days he has been drying. So hopefully, okay, yeah. He is nice and dry and good to go. And this is the first time I have ever let anything rehydrate for too long. I know if you've seen any of my videos, I always preach that you should check the things you're rehydrating, like, daily. And I did not take my own advice. I let him rehydrate for 4 days. It might have even been 5, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And he had a very small amount of mold growth. I've never had that happen with a specimen before, and obviously he's beautiful. He's a beautiful little longhorn beetle from Madagascar. So I did not want to just trash him. So what I did, there's a little bit of give there with that antenna. So what I did was I used some rubbing alcohol and a paintbrush to gently scrub the little mold spots away after I pinned them in place. And then I kind of just cleaned the entire body, gave him like a coat of rubbing alcohol over the whole thing once I had him pinned how I want. He does have a little bit of give still. Usually after I rehydrate them in the rehydration chamber, I will give them a week to dry out. I don't know why. It just feels right in my brain. But this guy, like I said, it's been 5 days, so not quite as long as usual. But because he had his little mold problem, I'm going to actually give him a little dip in acetone here. And hopefully that will help to really solidify him, since he does still have a teeny bit of movement going on. I'm really sorry also about the absolutely heinous styrofoam sounds. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. No, I'm just doing it to fuck with you. But there's not much to do when you're working with this kind of styrofoam, I'm sorry. Actually, if I pin to an angle, it's not quite so bad. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. I thought I found a method, so it didn't do it, but it's terrible. It's all terrible. And here's a little side note for you all. This guy scared the crap out of me. I am kind of afraid of longhorn beetles. If I'm being entirely honest. They kind of scare me. So that's why I left him for so long without checking on him. Quite honestly, I was procrastinating because they scare me. He scares me a little. I just know, like, dude, he'd bite my ass. He'd get me if he could. That face. I think it's maybe because their faces are kind of almost wasp-like. And so that weirds me out. But I'm checking his underside just to make sure there's not any more mold growth. And I'm not seeing anything. I don't know how these guys live in their life, if they're underground or if they live in like dead. I feel like they probably live in like rotting log type situation. I don't know why. It just feels like it makes sense for them. So he came to me super freaking dirty. He had dirt just like all over him. And when I cleaned him with the rubbing alcohol, I tried to get most of it, but you can see he's still got some little crusty bits. Still a little bit crusty under there, so we'll go ahead and give him an acetone dip and see. So I've never done this before. So if it all goes horribly, horribly wrong, you're here to witness it. And I'm also going to get a paper towel to sit him on, actually, because after he's been dipped in this, he cannot sit back on the styrofoam pinning board because the acetone will melt it. So give me another second here. Give me a moment. Okay. All right, we got a paper towel now for him to sit on. And then this is my acetone that I'm using. It's nail polish remover. And it's just the kind that's 100% acetone with no added anything. And I think that should be deep enough for him to be fully submerged. It's really hard to tell with the thickness of the glass, but I kind of wish this had a lid. Okay, hey, that's not thick enough at all because the pin, I did not account for the pin. Should I stick him back in the styrofoam and see what happens? No, I shouldn't. It might melt to him. We'll just, I don't really, I don't really know how to set him actually because I forgot that he has a pin through his body and I can't just like very nicely place him on his little leggies. I'm gonna have to buy more nail polish remover. I didn't think this through. Okay. Okay, I did get enough to fully submerge him this time. And there's resistance, so I'm gonna just hold him in place in there. I know people use acetone when they degrease butterflies. I've seen videos where people straight up leave them in there for days. But I'm just gonna give them, I don't know, a couple seconds here or so. And then I'll pull them on out. And hopefully, yeah, if there's any little teeny microscopic tidbits of mold that I missed cleaning him, this should get him. This should get him. I'm actually gonna Google how long acetone takes to kill mold. My Google search history is absolutely bizarre because of this hobby. Soak them for several hours to a couple days. Lord. Okay, well, okay, I guess we're moving on from him. I guess I'm just gonna cover this. And we'll move on to the next specimens. So, dang, that wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it'd be like 5 minutes. Holy smokes. Okay, let me throw out my BRB screen, and I'll go grab my next buggies. We'll go ahead and get some more. Okay, alright. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. I got some weevils. Alright. And so I have them all in these little teeny cloches. And I'm gonna go ahead and seal them up. I already did a test run of this to make sure it stuck okay between the glass and the cork, and good news, it does. I'm just gonna use Loctite super glue on these teeny guys because I just feel like E6000 would, I don't know, like really be super noticeable since they're such small displays. Are you able to even see this guy? This guy's super cute. I think he might be like a polka dotted clown weevil. I googled that and it said it's a thing, but yeah, polka dotted clown weevil, bruh. I feel like he looks like that because he has that super bright, beautiful teal around his little spots. I'm sorry that my GoPro sucks at focusing for anything actually close to it. And it just wants you to look at my tablecloth. Hopefully someday we'll have a better camera setup. Maybe, possibly. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start with him. Let me. So, and if anybody's interested, these two are currently listed on my Etsy shop. It's just etsy.com/shop/morbidlivations, all one word, capital M, capital L. This guy and this guy are both up and listed for sale, and they're such little cuties. Look at them. Oh, I love weevils. So anyways, we're going to get them all nice and sealed up in their little containers. So we'll go ahead and start with this little guy. He's so cute. He's just a little brown weevil with some speckles. And all I'm going to do, so the thing I have is like a pen, a super glue pen basically, and luckily with these containers it makes a little line all the way around where the dome makes contact. So I'm just gonna spread glue the whole way around this little cork part, and that way it's fully sealed so nothing can get in and eat him, like carpet beetles or whatever else might find him delicious to snack on. And it's always really fun because it's such a small space to grip, and I don't want to super glue my fingers onto the cork. So, alright, and then we're just going to smoosh back together, and then he'll need like a full day to cure, but we'll just hold him nice and tight for a couple seconds here. Gosh, I love, of everything listed in my shop, I think these are my favorite. Like, they're so cute, dude. I love weevils. I love weevils. And I do have one that I'm keeping for myself that I'm not listing in the shop. He's not here. I already sealed him up. He was my test run for if super glue worked well to seal the cloches or not. But he's so freaking cute. I love weevils. Doopy doop boop doop boop 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 boop. I don't know if the art category is where I should be or not for this kind of stream also. I don't know if anybody's here even, but if you are and you have opinions on that, let me know what you think. Smoosh. Because it feels like this is the most appropriate category for me. But also, this is a weird thing to do, and I recognize that. And most people going on the art category for like relaxing painting time, I don't know that they want to see this. But I do believe in my heart that there are other freaks in the world that do want to see this, so that's why I'm here. Their faces are so cute and stupid. I love weevils. Okay. Alright. We got 2 more to go. This guy, I think he's an agave weevil from Chile. He's, I think, my biggest one. My biggest weevil. He's pretty close with the one I kept for myself. The one I kept, I think it's called I want to say it's an elephant weevil, but that feels wrong. That feels not correct. Okay. I got cat hair on my super glue pen. Oh my god, that was so scary. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. I don't know if you guys saw what just happened, but the cork like gouged out. Bro, I could have just wrecked his day, which would have wrecked my day, really. He's already deceased, so he's not aware, but look. Oh my god, so scary. I would never buy this again, also. Pro tip, the pen sucks. Pro tip, actually. I understand it, like, as a concept, because as someone who's used super glue pretty frequently in their life, it does dry out instantaneously as soon as you open it. So, like, the concept is good, because if it has, like, this stupid little tip you have to press in to get anything out, it keeps it from drying up super quick, and I'm gluing my fingers to it, which is nice and good, and I think what I want, actually. Okay. Like, I get it conceptually. It's a good idea. Bad execution, it's way too hard to press in. Way, way too hard. Okay, give him a nice little smoosh. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at his dumb little face. Oh, jeez. He did numbers on Reddit. He and the one that I'm keeping for myself. I posted them over on the Weevil Time subreddit. And that's the most famous I've ever felt, actually. Okay, and now it's time for the pretty boy. Oh, it's such a shame. Like, look, so he was a specimen sent to me as he is. Like, he is exactly as he is. I just cut the head off the pin and trimmed it down a little bit. They must have broken him, putting the main pin through his body, and then kind of sneakily tried to glue him back together because he's fully glued onto this pin. He's fully glued on. And I understand wanting to salvage the specimen because he's gorgeous. Very beautiful. But also to, like, send him like that without disclosing it is a little crazy to me. But also the seller has very unethical practices and I'll never go through them again anyways, so. Hee hee ha ha. All's well that ends well, I guess. Sorry, I actually need to like try to shake glue down out of this. There's definitely a ton of glue in there still. It's just not coming out. Where did I put super glue already? Okay, yeah. Oh, that's so much better. It's kind of nice that he's up so high because I can actually grab like the cork on either side without disturbing him. But now I am afraid of like shattering and exploding the little cork stopper. Since our little agave weevil almost got got by my fingers. Okay. Give him a smoosh. Nice. I also am sad that this dome has this little like glass drippy. A whale. He's still super cute. I love weevils. I'm actually recording this stream this time too, so maybe I'll put it up on YouTube. Okay, so all my weevils are sealed. So I'm going to set them to the side. They're already to the side for you. But here's a final look at the 4. What a dream team. Okay. I'm going to put them over. And then for my big boys. So I have 2 of these are listed on Etsy right now. My Euphoria beetle here, which is this very pretty shade of green that doesn't read super well on camera, unfortunately. And then I have a European June beetle. I'm pretty sure it's a European June beetle. And this guy's kind of a mystery to me. I think he might be like a sugar cane beetle, possibly. But I really don't know. I really don't know for him because he's kind of just, unfortunately, a little more nondescript than my other ones. And so I'm not positive. But these guys also need sealed. Since they're bigger, I'm going to use E6000. And for selfish reasons, I'm going to do the June beetle first, just in case something goes wrong. Because if something goes wrong, it means I get to keep him. And I love June beetles because I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see. Let me turn off the light, actually. Maybe that'll help. Oh, no, the glare's from the windows. Maybe it helped a little. But he's super fuzzy. He's like a fluffy, cute little baby. Look at him. Oh my god, he's so fluffy. So if something goes wrong, that means I get to keep him. And I will not... I'll be a little sad that he got jinked up, and I'll have to find out a different method for my other beetles. But I'll also be happy that I get to keep him. Okay. So for my big boys, I have E6000, the classic. And I just got a fresh tube for this. I have a super old crusty tube that goes on really thick, but I figured for sealing my buggies, I probably want the good stuff. I'm gonna mute myself while I struggle to open this for a second. Give me a moment. Okay, I got it open. I got her open. I'm actually straight up nervous to even puncture the tube because I know it's gonna do the thing where it starts exploding everywhere as soon as I open it. And actually, I'm gonna get a pencil and really lightly mark around the base of the dome, just in case it doesn't have the indent like the tinier ones do. No, you know what? There's enough of an indent. I can see what to do. I'm also going to have to clean the outside of all my domes after I do this, so now that we have him uncased, you can really get a good look at how fluffy he is. Oh, he's cute. Except my GoPro hates looking at things that are close to it. But he's super cute. He's so cute. I freaking love him. Okay. And I also should probably get a toothpick out to spread it around on there. That would be smart. I'm actually going to grab a couple. Okay. Okay. All right. Please don't explode everywhere. Please don't explode everywhere. Please don't. Okay, it was very mild. It was a very mild little explosion. So I'll take it. Oh, it's so thin. I have not worked with fresh E6000 in a long time. So this is shockingly smooth. And we gotta work quick, or it's gonna be dry and chunky and weird. Spread that crap out. Scoop. Spread. I wish I had like a teeny little spatula. That would honestly make this easier and cuter. Scoop. Then I'll have to go back and like get all the little glue bugs off of this, because you know there's always those freaking spiderwebby little boogers. Okay. Alright. Very professional. Very professional. As long as it's not... Why am I using... I have toothpicks for a reason. Why am I using my bare raw hands to scrape adhesive off the edge? What's wrong with me? Yeah, I'm just going to go around then and clean up the edge. Anything that smooshed out the bottom, I'm just going to scrape her on off and onto my paper towel. Just so it looks nice and clean. Okay. Okay, and that's pretty good. I might honestly just grab like a paper plate to like squeeze a blob out on. That way I'm not doing what I just did, which is to leave my glue sit here open the whole time I'm spreading it and let the whole thing dry out again. So give me a second. Give me a second again. I'm sorry. I'm not a professional. I'm ill-prepared. I'm ill-prepared. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. I'm back. I'm back. And I have a tiny Tupperware lid that doesn't match anything in my house that I'm going to use to put my glue on. So, hopefully nobody gets upset with me for ruining a Tupperware lid that doesn't go to anything. In theory, they shouldn't be, but you never know. Okay. Next, I am going to do the Euphoria beetle. Ooh-wee. Let's see if you can see him a little better now that he's unearthed. Not really. It's crazy. I wish the camera did any justice for his color. Like, he's this really beautiful shiny green on the front half of his body. And then his wings, his elytra, are like a deep brown green. They used to be greener. They kind of got a little dulled through the rehydration process. So he may have been like a good candidate for an acetone treatment. But anyways. I really can't tell if this little light does anything at all for anything or anyone. any difference? I don't know. Okay, anyways, okay. Let's focus here. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bloop. Perfect. Great. Actually, it's going to do the thing now where it just keeps like exploding everywhere. And I don't want it to get all over the lid. Okay. All right, I tried my best. All right. And then I can see it's way lighter on him, unfortunately. I'm just going around the little line and spreading it out. And now I know there's going to be excess, but I will clean it up as soon as I get the dome on. Whoop. I got a little spider webby stuck to my thumb. So to anybody who's watching this for like tutorial purposes and not just for background noise, which either way, perfectly valid and fine reasons to watch. The reason why I am sealing up these displays is for two reasons. First of all, they are hopefully going to new homes. I'm hopefully going to be shipping them out to a buyer at some point soon. And when that happens, this will prevent, them from getting knocked around and damaged in shipment. It'll, ensure that the little cloche doesn't come apart and then the specimen gets completely ruined in the mail. That would be absolutely so tragic. And the second thing is, I think I already mentioned earlier in the stream, carpet beetles. So, carpet beetles, they're called that because whenever carpets were made out of natural fibers like horsehair or wool, that's when they really were a very common problem. They like to eat dead cells. So like hair. Hair and wool, perfect food sources for them. But also, if you have insect specimens or taxidermy of other kinds, also a delicious meal for carpet beetles. So by sealing their little displays, it'll prevent any kind of scavengers from getting in to munch on them. It also helps for climate control purposes, for like humidity control, because without it being sealed, if they're in a super humid environment, that probably will be a problem. They eventually will probably get water damage or grow mold if they're constantly in a super wet, humid environment. But otherwise, if we have them sealed up, oh, scary. Sorry, opening them is always scary. It'll help prevent that. Okay, I really have no line to work with on this one, but this is the beetle. I think he's a sugarcane beetle, but I don't know. He has super duper small antenna. You probably can't even see them because the GoPro is not very good. I'm sorry. I really hope I can get a different camera set up in the near future, but yeah, I'm not entirely certain what he is, but he's like a black with some reddish brown. I don't know, but he's cute. All right. Oop. Let me... Okay. My glue may have even... I freaking yapped for too long. I need to put a new little pile of glue because I don't want it to be chunky. My bad. I'm freaking yapping here. God dang. If I wasn't streaming, it wouldn't have been a problem. I'm so certain. But... oh well. That's okay. I don't think I've ever had a tube of E6000 not fully dry out before I used it all. So it's just like what it's destined to do, you know? It's destiny for a tube of E6000 to fully dry out when it's only about a quarter of the way used. And I know that when I buy it. I know that's what's going to happen. Boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. Blob. Oh, I got so much everywhere on him. I'm going to have a lot to pick off. That's okay. Boop. And smush. Okay. Alright. And honestly, you know what? I'm saving this Tupperware lid. I will use it again in the future, I'm certain. I'm gonna get a different toothpick before I accidentally smear this up the glass. I don't want that. I still think I'd be able to pick it off even if I did do that, but ideally, I don't. I just don't want any like big super boogery blobs like that. I don't want my customers to have to see that. And then any of my framed insects, I don't know. My plan was to send them unsealed, like fully unsealed, because the way I mount my insects in the frame is I put a tiny piece of foam behind where they're going to be mounted and then just put their pin directly into the foam. They're not really glued in any way. So because of that, especially with shipment, they're prone to like moving and turning in the display. And I want people to feel free to, you know, open them up and reposition. And I think if I seal them, that might deter people. Okay. I was a little more heavy-handed with the glue on this one for sure. So hopefully that's not an issue and everything cures okay and dries nicely and doesn't cause any kind of humidity in the dome. If it does, I'll be so certain to report back. But that's what we're working with for now. That's what we're working with. And nice. I don't know if you guys could see that. That was super satisfying. Okay. So that's everybody that I had to work on as far as finishing up. I have my longhorn beetle soaking. I guess I'm gonna just leave him in there overnight. I don't know. I don't really know. I am so shocked that it's several hours for that, but I guess that does make sense. Okay, so now it is time for the last step, which is to put somebody new in the rehydration chamber. Who's it gonna be? Let me pull out my box full of bugs. And we can decide together, but first I'm gonna throw away all of the E6000 packaging and my many gooped up toothpicks. Okay. Alright. I got the box. Who's ready and excited? Probably just me. Okay. Well, let's see what's going. Who's gonna go today? Dang. Who's it gonna be? Maybe I'll do the other June beetle. What do you guys think? What are you thinking? Any opinions in the chat? Who should go next? I really want to know what that beetle is. Now that I've been on Zhao Hongshu, I think he might be related. I think he might be like in the same family as Hercules beetles. We get Goliath beetles in Pennsylvania. I mean the ones... Now I'm going to look into it because I'm going to be bothered. Hercules. No, not a Hercules beetle. That's certainly not it. Goliath. It is a Goliath beetle. The variety we get is just not the same. Yeah, I think he could be in that family because, like, look at his head shape. It's so interesting. I think I'm going to do him. He's really speaking to me. He's really speaking to me. And once again, like, the camera does him no justice. He's beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry, I bumped the GoPro with my light. Like, his face and the front of his body, I mean all of him, he's like iridescent green and red. He's so pretty. And then this dark green metallic. Very, very pretty. I might put him into rehydrate along with this guy over here who's like a matte deep green with some black spots. I think he could be... I don't know. I think my other metallic green one is some kind of leaf chafer. But it's really hard to say. These guys came with no information. Sorry, I'm bumping the GoPro left and right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get his little pins out so we can take a look at the specimen. And see how intact he is. I can already see he's missing a good portion of his one front leg. And that's interesting. Oh, dude, he's so pretty. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you instead of just gawking at him where you can't see. So, he has this little orange tuft up by the front of his face. And I don't know if that's his antenna and his other is broken, or if he just has a little bit of like pollen stuck to him still. That's the thing with insects. It's tough to say what exactly is going on, but he's beautiful. Okay, now comes the fun of trying to get him off of his pin. So let me scooch him on over. And it looks like, I think, yeah, all of his other legs are looking good and intact. So that's nice. We're only missing one. And then let me get my other little guy out. And I think he's missing some parts as well. That's just kind of the nature, I suppose. Fuzzy. Unexpected. Okay, so here's our second guy. And he is missing both the front portions of his legs. He definitely looks similar in like the structure of his legs and the shape of his head to my giant red flower beetle. So that's interesting. And then he's kind of fuzzy underneath. He's got some little hairs. And yeah, missing both the front portions of his leg, missing a section of the middle of his leg. So we'll just do what we can with him and try to get his wings spread to kind of distract from all that. Okay. Let's go ahead and actually try to get him off the pin now. I'm gonna do him first. He's honestly kind of less intimidating since he's already with peace and love a little worse for wear. Okay. I had some movement and now fully stuck. Okay, I am not having luck. Sometimes the way they pin through their bodies is really, really careless. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this. This pin is through his back leg. That's... yeah. Woo! And there he went. Yeah, that's not something I would ever do purposefully. That's pretty careless if you ask me. Here, let me get him scooped. And into the box. Can I flip you? There we go. I wonder if my webcam mic is picking up just how crispy he is. Okay, and now we'll try to get this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous guy. I love this beetle. I don't know what he is. I've tried so many times to figure out what he is. And when I try to like Google Lens him, nothing similar comes up. The other reason why I think he's in the Goliath beetle family is so not just like the shape of the head and his body, but also he has the same little, oh my god, I feel stupid. I can't think of what that's called when they have that little triangular plate between their elytra, but I feel like that's super similar in proportions to the ones in that family. Oh, you both were so cooperative. I love when that happens. Okay. Alright. Now I just need you to scoop. Alright, a little less cooperative for the scooping. But we'll just there we go. We just needed some assistance here. Okay, I got both my boys in there. And I'm just going to tuck some warm, damp paper towels around them. And then get them pinned probably in about 2 to 3 days. Probably about 2 to 3 days we'll be able to get them pinned. Alright. Okay. That, I think, is going to be it for this stream. I'll clean up after my longhorn beetle. I'll put all my pins away. But I think for next stream, I might go ahead and boil that lovely little beetle. I really don't know. I think that might be a dung beetle. This is definitely a dung beetle of some variety. But I think he might also be a dung beetle. His face, he has like a little rhinoceros horn, which is very cute. But I think, yeah, he might be going next for next stream. So if anybody's here, be sure to tune in for that. And then let me see. Okay, there's my number 2s. I just would like to point out, I don't know if you can see that like yellowy brown stain. That's from the longhorn beetle. That's where I cleaned him off and kind of just gave his whole body a little clean with some rubbing alcohol, and he was freaking dirty. He may be the dirtiest bug I have worked on. It's not his fault, you know, but he just had like visible chunks of dirt on him. What the heck was he up to in life that he got so dirty? I don't know. Don't know. But it was a little disturbing. Okay. All right. There's a lot of smells happening in this room. So I definitely need to let it air out as soon as I'm done streaming here. Because that E6000 and the acetone that I did close the container, by the way. He's in a sealed container. Don't worry, I'm not just like huffing acetone. But the smell is still lingering a tiny bit. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm going to let those boys hydrate then. Put some damp paper towels in, and that'll be it for this stream. If anybody is here, please give a follow. Go check out my socials that are listed above in the banner. And I'll be back next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, similar time. Okay. I hope you have a great rest of your day.